Morning, 7:45 in Chicago. It is November 4th, 2025. All right, got Palantir. Palantir popped up to 222 on the move of the earnings coming out, and they gave it all up, all of it up, and we are back down to 190 and a quarter right now. All right, so Palantir lower here this morning. Maybe it has a big hand. I don't know if it's the biggest hand of why the markets have moving to the downside here this morning, but I got to think that this is a good reason why. All right, so Palantir trying to fight back a little bit here. We're at 190, 117 right now. All right, so again, with that spike up, that's going to be tough to get back to there. All right, that's all I can say about Palantir right now. All right, trying to fight back a little bit here on the PLTR. Futures taken week down on a Tuesday. Got to go back a long way to find when that happened last. All right, so checking out SPY and the Qs, and here's where we are. Here's our weekly right here. And it looks like we're going to take week down, so this is going to be on a Tuesday. Is that cray? So this morning we did get down to as low as 673, 673.80. Now we've come back up from there. All right, but we are currently trading at 675. We're about $2 higher than there. All right, so watching on the SPX, my numbers to the downside are going to be 67.40, and my resistance number to the upside is going to be 68.50. All right, so you can write those numbers down. 68.50 to the highs, 67.40 to the downside, and that's off of the SPX. All right, so there's your numbers right there to 68.15 right now. All right, 68.15. All right, so we're we're below our number. We're right in the middle there, just about. All right, so we'll see what brings there. Qs is taking weak down here again. All right, so we had yesterday's lows were 629.94. We're down to 622.26 right now. All right, so we're taking out this whole daily routine right here. All three of these bars are all getting taken out on this 625, and now it's oddly enough we're in the gap. Okay, it's the first thing I noticed when I pulled us up this morning. We are in the middle of a gap on the daily here. There was a gap. All right, so, and what do we say? 80% of gaps get filled, right? Or they at least they fill that gap. So here we are at 622 and change, and we just passed through this. We're actually sitting just below that right now. All right, so we're starting to go into that dark zone with that gapper. All right, so they're on your triple Qs. So taking the week out and taking all this out right here. All right, 624. All this has been triangled out, and then we wait and see what happens from there. That SPY, same thing with the gap. All right, we're taking out all this business right here. All right, and we are at 675 right now. All right, so we're looks like we are. We had this now. We had two gaps in here. All right, so we had the gap here, then we gapped up, and then we gapped up again. All right, that was the day we had the 3 days in a row where we had three straight gaps up in the week. Okay, so we are 675. We're stuck inside this bar right here, right now. All right, so here's where we are. If we want to break that, that is 675.37. So we're challenging that right now. All right. And then our next move to there would be 672.90. Okay, so 675.24 right now. That actual low was 675.65. We are sitting on it right now. Look at that, at the exact same price right there right now. All right, so we're in the middle. We're in that gap. All right, diamonds. Diamonds were the weakest as usual, and they always will be. So where are we at here now this morning? We were way lower here, down to 468.53, and we've come back pretty good. All right, we're trading at 470.35 right now, 470.35. Another one with the gapper here. All right, so we're taking out, we're not taking out everything here. All right, so we're still stuck inside here right now. What do we got here? 470.45. So we took all this out, but this is what we would be looking to triangle out would be 469.21. Okay, we're about $1 away from that. All right, so we had that 3-day gap again, and we're sitting right close to to this one, and that's dating back to the 24th of October. Okay, 10/24, we made that low. All right, so there we are. There's where we are in the futures. We look at the 60s. What did we get down to yesterday? 471.30. All right, so we're going to be gapping down here on the 60s as well. So we'll see what brings there. That's what the futures are showing us as of right now. All right. So what do we got going on here? We got some names here. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I'll go through some here. Spotify technology here, 644.09. It was higher. It did get up to 696.87. Now that thing's come way back in. All right. So looking to be real close to where we opened here right now, where we closed yesterday. We closed at 644.09. And we're trading at we're 643, 644. All right, so it's kind of breaking as we talk here. All right, so coming back down right now, 641, 640 we just hit. All right, so we're going to be about $4 lower than where we closed yesterday. All right, Spotify under pressure here. It seems like the futures are taking another little bit of a dive here. We'll see what happens there. All right, so Spotify, Yum Brands was a winner. Believe it or not, Yum Brands closed at 139.38. Yum Brands is inside the week there, and it's going to get stronger on this thing here, right? 140.111 right now. All right, so coming under pressure. Kind of been jerking around on the overnight, but coming back up. We're trading at 141.76. So 141.76 is going to be taking day up, all right? Yum Brands looking to take the day up today. Not too many of those going on either there. RGTI. What do we got here? Back down, closed at 39.12. We're trading at 37.24. All right, so 37.24. We are taking day down, and it looks like we might get some support right here at this 36.68. Looks like we might have a little bit of support at that area right there, 36.80. RGTI, Archer, Daniels, Midland. I'm really kind of focusing on the staples. We'll see if they're going to get defensive. They've been acting like total garbage. So ADM just had an awful day yesterday anyway. Finished with the stuck in the middle with you, 53.11. All right, so trading a little bit better right now, but it did break down to 53.11. All right, so that's we're taking day down. Question is, how much more are we going to take from the day down here? All right, but $55. All right, so we're going to be expanding down to here, guys. All right, we're going to get a gapper down into this area right in here at right now 55.28. All right, so we're coming all the way down into this area right here. All right, gapper down on your Archer, Daniels, Midland. That one's lower. NCLH, Norwegian Cruise Lines was higher up in the overnight, man, up to 21.93. But that's been broken. We got down to 1975 now. All right, so we're coming back into this area right in here, 1975. That's going to be a gapper down. I'd have to blow it up picture to see what's really cooking there. Let's see here. All right, there we go. So 1975. It was a very good year. I was 20. No, it's 10. I was 10. All right. All right. So 1931. If you want to find some kind of support level there on NCLH. All right. Lower this morning on your cruise lines. Oh, sorry about that. I just blew that up. All right. Norwegian Cruise Lines. Did we talk about spot? So there's shot, shop, and stop. I already talked about spot, so let's talk about shop. Shop 172.94. We're trading at 165. So we're going to get a gapper, another one here coming back down at the 165 area. On a daily, it looks to triangle out. We'd have to get back down to 162.22. That's where we're sitting right now on shop. All right, Amazon. Amazon signed a $38 billion deal with somebody. They didn't disclose who it was, but Amazon 249 right now. We closed at 254. All right, so we got a gap coming down in here. We're getting inside this gap. All right, on Amazon. So we're going to be inside the gap here on Amazon, trying to get back to the mainland, and then you got another huge gap to fill. All right, so we'll see if it can start going after that. But right now we're going to be inside that 2-day, so we'll see if anything moves out of there. CrowdStrike is lower this morning. Some of the cybers, 541 here. So CrowdStrike closed at 551.92. It did get all the way up to 555.81. But we're breaking here. We're going to take day down 541 in this area here. We're going to be stuck inside the 2-day pattern. All right, so the 2-day pattern would have to break 536.83 on your CrowdStrike. See if that wants to try to go. Uber broke 100 yesterday, and now she's down $8. Uber looks good. I mean, Uber's been moving pretty nice here. I can't. It had a great day yesterday. All right, it finally broke 100. It got up to 101.99. All right, so try to fight back here right now, 92.37. All right, on Uber, and that is 92. We're coming back down into gap. We're gonna have a lot of gapper downs today, so be prepared for that. All right, so there's a Uber. What else here? I'm not going to go through all the list here. First Solar, FSLR, 200 and what do we close? Closed at 265.70. We are currently trading at 259.75. All right, so we're not horribly getting killed here. 259. So we're taking day down, but we're inside the 2-day for sure. All right, so First Solar, not horrible. All right, little bit of breathing room there for that one to try to get around there. Sanmina, SANM, Sanmina closed at 140, 140.34. Sanmina is higher. All right, closed at 140.34. This one's going to be taking day up. All right, so Sanmina 151. So we're going to be looking for the AI cavalry. We're looking for the AI cavalry to show up and save the market and do what it's going to do. All right, Sarepta down 40%. They had some clinical trials that didn't pan out. Another breakdown for Sarepta. I don't know. All right, we got a 14.15, guys. 14.15 it got down to. All right, so continuation to the downside. We're coming all the way back into here. And we know this one because we were watching it. It's been volatile. All right, so but we're coming back all the way back into here. Look at this business. Trading at 15.63 right now. All right, so 15 1563 brings us right into this area right here. All right, we're not going back down to 1042, but we're handily down to the downside on Sareptor. All right, so there's your Sareptor this morning. Just not good. Just not good. MDGL Madgal. Sorry for that background noise. MDGL. I'll wrap it up here. These guys start talking in the office here. All right, so Madgal. What's this guy at? 394. This thing's breaking heavy. All right, 394. Not that bad, actually. All right, so yesterday's lows were 398, so we're about $4 lower from there with a gap down on your MDGL. Roku's a little lower. Coinbase is a little bit lower there. There's your Coinbase, about 319, closed at 330, so down about $18 on there. Fortinet is lower this morning. Google, Estee Lauder is lower this morning here, 91.19. All right, Carvana has been good. Carvana had a great day yesterday. All right, so Carvana, better day yesterday. And where's she at? She's 322. She's not breaking day. All right, so Carvana, I'm going to give you these four because I think these four are pretty good, and they're going to report too. Airbnb, are you inside day, Airbnb? Yeah, you are. All right, so Carvana, inside day. Airbnb, inside day. Toyota Motors, that one's going to be inside day with the big three outside day. Where's it at right now? 205.05, is that right? All right, so that's higher. All right, 204.90, handily inside day. Discretionaries, that group is going to be, everything in the discretionary is inside. I'm looking at Starbucks. Starbucks is going up with McDonald's right now. DraftKings, they're going to report. Guess who's moving up this morning? Who is it? It's Jenny. Look at Jenny. I got her number off the wall. 8675309. All right. Jenny on the move. She got up back to 1175. She closed at 1170. All right, Jenny on the move. I love it. Let's look at that pen. That's another one that's kind of, this pen keeps firming up. It had a nice ending of the day there too. Where is this thing at right now? It's hard to tell where the hell it's trading at right now. Looks like right here, 1665. All right, Jenny, DraftKings, and Penn, all three not bad. And Caesar, not that bad. Caesar, all right, Caesar's okay. All right, Caesar got up to 2090. It's trading a little bit lower, but still inside day. All right, so maybe the casinos, some of the gambling stocks, a little bit better. Las Vegas Sands just had a huge day yesterday. Look at Las Vegas Sands. What a day. To the upside. Look at this thing. All right. Took the week up on a Monday. Where are we trading at? 60-60? Handily inside days, guys. All right. So I'll put some more names out that are going to be insiders, and we'll see what happens. Natty Gas. Stay with it, man. I just looked at the weather for Chicago for next week. Next week, we're going to have highs in the 30s. All right, in the 30s in the highs next week. I got to go. Too many people in here talking, so I gotta cut you off here. All right, so I'm going to leave it at that. I'll be back sometime during the day. All right, be good.